Are you on ODSP and ready to start working, but worried about the upfront costs? What if I told you there's a hidden benefit that gives you up to $500 every year to cover things like work clothes, transportation, training, and even tools for self-employment? Most people don't even know about this. Stick with me, because in this video I'm going to break down the top 5 ways to take full advantage of ODSP's employment startup benefit so you can step into work with confidence and no financial stress. Bell call to action. If you find this helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss powerful tips on navigating ODSP and unlocking the supports you deserve. Use the $500 startup allowance strategically. One of the most overlooked opportunities on ODSP is the employment startup benefit, which provides up to $500 once every 12 months to help people transition into work. This isn't a loan, it's financial support meant to remove barriers. Too often, recipients miss out because they don't know what qualifies. Acceptable expenses can include clothing for interviews, safety equipment, tools, transit passes, licensing fees, and even professional services like resume preparation. To maximize this benefit, create a transition plan before applying. List the costs you'll face starting work, and match each one with receipts or quotes. ODSP workers appreciate clear documentation, which increases approval odds. If you're self-employed, this benefit can cover business startup costs such as marketing, supplies, or small equipment. Think of this as seed funding to remove obstacles on day one. Used wisely, this $500 can be the bridge between staying unemployed and confidently stepping into the workforce, ensuring you don't fall behind financially while waiting for that first paycheck. Cover transportation and commuting costs. Transportation is one of the biggest hurdles to employment, especially for people with disabilities. ODSP recognizes this and allows the employment startup benefit to cover transit passes, mileage costs, or even bike repairs if they're essential for work. For rural residents, where bus routes may not be reliable, this benefit can sometimes cover gas cards, taxi vouchers, or adaptive vehicle modifications. A smart way to maximize this is to combine the startup benefit with ODSP's mandatory special necessities transportation supports, especially if you have recurring medical travel needs. Present a case that shows how reliable transport directly impacts your ability to maintain employment. Another overlooked strategy is using the allowance for commuting gaps. For example, if you start a job before your first paycheck, the upfront cost of daily travel can be crushing. With this benefit, you can bridge that gap without using credit or going into debt. Mobility equals opportunity, and ODSP support here is designed to make sure lack of transportation never becomes the reason you miss out on employment. Invest in training, licensing, or certifications. Another smart use of the employment startup benefit is to fund training or certifications required for your new job. Many employers expect new hires to come equipped with licenses such as First Aid/CPR, WHMIS, Food Handlers Certification, or sector-specific tickets like Smart Serve, Working at Heights, or Forklift Operation. These can easily cost $50 to $200 each, which is a serious barrier when you're on a fixed income. ODSP allows you to use the startup funds to pay for these courses, ensuring you're job ready. For self-employment, this could cover business permits, insurance, or digital training in areas like bookkeeping or marketing. A key tip: plan ahead and ask your employer or employment agency what certifications are needed, then submit a clear breakdown when applying. This not only increases the chance of approval but shows initiative, making ODSP more likely to support additional employment benefits in the future. By turning a one-time allowance into career-long credentials, you leverage ODSP funds to secure tools, equipment, and work clothing. ODSP's startup benefit can also cover essential tools, uniforms, and protective gear, which are often expensive barriers to entering the workforce. For example, steel-toe boots, reflective jackets, or specialty gloves for construction and warehouse jobs can run into hundreds of dollars. Similarly, professional attire for office jobs, such as business suits or shoes, is considered eligible. If you're self-employed, you can apply the funds toward critical tools of your trade, photography equipment, hairstyling kits, carpentry tools, or even digital devices like a laptop if they are directly tied to earning income. The key is to demonstrate necessity. Connect every purchase to the job or business activity. Providing quotes or receipts in advance strengthens your application. Too many ODSP recipients miss out by underasking. Instead, map out everything you'll need for the first 90 days of work. This allows you to maximize the full $500 and reduces financial stress at the start of your employment. Proper gear not only boosts confidence but also ensures compliance with workplace safety and standards. Combine startup funds with other ODSP supports. Finally, the smartest way to take advantage of ODSP's employment startup benefit is to combine it with other ODSP employment supports. For example, recipients can also access employment transition supports, ongoing work-related benefit payments, $100 per month, or the employment training and placement program. These stack together, meaning you can reduce upfront costs with the startup benefit, cover recurring expenses with the work-related benefit, and even get job coaching or placement help through ODSP's employment supports program. If you're self-employed, this can pair with business startup grants or microloans outside ODSP, such as provincial small business programs, to multiply your funding sources. Another advantage, ODSP has an earnings exemption of $1,000 per month before clawbacks begin, allowing you to keep more of your income while you stabilize in your job. By strategically using these programs together, you create a safety net that makes employment financially sustainable long-term. The startup benefit is the launchpad, but when layered with these other supports, it can transform into a complete employment success package.